Hi, my name's Amanda and I'm going to talk to you about gear that I had bought before I had my babies. First thing I bought was a breast pump. I use this loads. It's the Avent range. It's an electronic one, so you just press it and how fast you'd like it to go. I bought the Avent bottle range. I tended to buy that just because I got the Avent breast pump and it just screws on. The teats are just a standard teat. Yep, it's really good. Another thing that I bought was the dummy. This is an Avent dummy. It's got a really small teat, as you can see. I only used the dummy around 5 o'clock. I found that that was a time when the baby would be most grouchy because it was just before the bath and they were a little bit tired and a little bit hungry, and I found that just putting this in gave me a little bit of my time, really. Next thing I bought was a bottle sanitizer. This one's a microwave one. It's Avent again. I chose this one because you could fit loads of bottles in and it was nice and quick. You just banged it in the microwave for 2 minutes and that would be your bottles done. Next thing we'll talk about is Little Fussy Noses. It's a nose drop. It's saline and it also comes with a sucky thing. So you put a couple of drops up the nose and suck it out, suck the bogies out with this. I found that the Little Fussy Noses is definitely worth buying. When the baby newborn comes back from the hospital, they normally tend to get stuffy noses, so recommend getting that. Another thing to get is Sudocrem. This is fantastic. Used it loads, still do even with my toddler. It's sort of like a barrier cream as well as a rash cream, so definitely recommend buying this. It helps with nappy rashes for sure, so have this handy wherever you go pretty much. You'll be needing it lots. Another thing that my friend talked to me about, because my second born was a bit windy, she told me about Infracool. You can buy this at the supermarket and you can also buy this at the chemist. It's like a wind drop, so if your baby's quite windy, you just put a little, it comes with this, and you just put a little bit in their mouth and before and after feeds, or if you're bottle feeding you can just put it into the actual bottle. Right, next thing I'm going to talk to you about is taking your baby's temperature. I tended to get an electronic one. I so recommend getting this. It's a lot more expensive, but we use this all the time, and it also just for us it gave that peace of mind knowing that by checking the temperature in the air, that's what temperature they are. I used it for both of them since they were newborn. You always worry about if your child's got a fever, and this way you can get an exact reading. I know it's a little bit more expensive, but so worth getting. We use it all the time. Right, another thing I bought was this maternity bra. It's so ugly, but so comfortable. When you're pregnant or after being pregnant and breastfeeding, it's so good. It feels like you're wearing an actual normal bra. It's a little bit almost sports bra sort of feel, but it gets your breasts up and it makes your breasts feel comfy. It's Elle Macpherson, so I got this from the Bend On factory, but I think you can get it from Farmers. Definitely recommend. I read about it in the Trini and Susanna book, just randomly, but yeah, this is definitely the best maternity bra ever. Okay, nappies. This is a Huggies nappy. I love Huggies. They are such good nappies. Especially for just when they're newborns, because they tend to soil their nappy all the time. So this Huggy range has like a wetness indicator line, so when that goes green or blue colour, you know that they've soiled their nappy. They tend to do a lot of explosion poos, which is a bit disgusting, but this is why the Huggies are so good, because it's got 3 things to prevent the explosion poo from coming out. So yeah, stock up on these. You can normally get them on special at supermarkets, so just look out for specials. One other thing is the side sleeper. Yes, they're so good. You'll be like, what the heck is this? It's a side wedge. Newborns tend to like sleeping on their sides. Normally people don't tell you about this, but I definitely recommend buying one just in case your baby does prefer to sleep in the sides. My firstborn loved to sleep on the side. My secondborn, he a little bit liked it, but not as much as my firstborn. So recommend buying them. They're not that expensive. $20 at Baby City or Baby Factory. I'm going to talk a little bit more about the side wedge in how I got my newborns to sleep. So that will be another video. This is another thing that I bought. So good. I didn't have it for my first baby, but I have it definitely for my second baby. It's a swaddle wrap. You put your baby's feet in here and tuck their arms up and wrap them really tight. And that's a really good swaddle wrap. They find it a little bit harder to get out of this wrap, so I'm going to talk about that a little bit more in my video about sleeping with newborns. Last thing recommend buying is a good quality front pack. This is Baby Beyond. I don't know. I think it's a German brand front pack. You can buy them at Baby City. I use this loads for both my babies. It's so nice. And when you're just out walking, or if you're, I don't know, if you're like me and you have 2 children, this is so key to have, especially if you're doing little activities with your toddler. You can just pop your baby in front. Be very wary though, because there has been reports of babies suffocating in front packs. So make sure that when your baby is in your front pack that they have got airway. Yeah, so last but not least is a bouncer. I'm going to show you this. So I have to... it's just like a little seat bouncer. You can buy them at like Farmers. It's just nice for them to have a little seat while you're maybe cooking dinner. They can just sit out and maybe look outside and things like that. Definitely recommend it. That's it for now. The next one I want to talk about is what to pack for your hospital bag, or what I packed anyway. Thanks.